Hello student, let's begin. So in the last video I have explained what is the transport layer and what are the functions of that transport layer. So now the two more, so this transport layer is going to provide two types of services. So first one is what? Connection oriented service, and one more is connectionless service. So in the connection oriented service, it has again three phases for connection establishment, data transfer, termination and disconnect. So these three are the connection oriented. Connection, I repeat once again, connection establishment, data transfer, termination or disconnection. So these three are the connection oriented services. So in these types of transmission, the receiving device send an acknowledgement back to the source after a packet or group of packet is received. In these types of transmission, the reliable and secure. So these kinds of connection is very it will send the acknowledgement of the source, and the sender will going to send the packets or group to the receiver. So here the transmission is one of the reliable and secure. So in the connectionless, what happen? It is one phase process include data transfer. In these types of transmission, the receiver does not acknowledgement receipt of a packet, say in the connection less. So there is a one difference between their connection oriented and connection less service. So connection oriented service, in that what happen, the acknowledgement will going to be sent, but here in the connection less there is a no acknowledgement receipt of the packet. So this approach allow much faster communication between device. So this one is a very fast communication devices. So connection oriented service is more reliable than connectionless service. So these are the some differences. So what happened in the transport layer? Some points on the here. The transport layer is operated by an operating system. It is the part of operating system and communicate the application layer by making system calls. Transport layer called the heart of OSI model. So next one we are going to see, that is session layer. So session layer is what happen here. So it is the intermediate between presentation layer and transport layer. So this session layer is the responsible for establishment, connection, maintain of the session, authentication, also ensure security. So this session layer is the responsible for establishment of connection, maintenance of session, authentication and also ensure security. So it is a secure the data. So what are the functions of this session layer? Session establishment, maintain and termination. So this layer is allow two process to establish the user terminate a connection. So when the user is going to connecting the internet, that time this establishment has been allowing to connecting the two processes. Next one, synchronization. So synchronization means what here? So this layer allow a process to add checkpoint which are considered as synchronization point into the data. These synchronization point help to identify the error so that the data is resynchronized properly. and ends of the message are not cut permanently, the data loss is avoided. So here what happened in this synchronization, it is going to allow the process and checkpoint which consider synchronization point into the data. So these synchronization will going to identify the error, data is resynchronized properly or no. So here in the diagram you can see the in between the two red color and brown color, between there is a black color is there is a synchronizing of the data. So identifying it is any errors are there or no properly, and end of the message are not cut permanently, and does data loss is avoided. So here it is going to one of the avoiding of the data to be lost. So one more point, one more function is here. So the dialog controller, this session layer, the session layer allows two systems to start communicate with each other in half duplex or full duplex. So half duplex means it what here only we can communicate with only one side at a time. Full duplex in the sense of what both the side we need to communicate. So this is one of the dialog controller. In the dialog controller in the sense of what here some message sending from one side to another side, that time we are using this dialog controller. So this session layer is going to be use this dialog controller. So next one is presentation layer. So in the presentation layer is also called the translation layer. This presentation layer is also called the translation layer. The data from the application layer is extracted here and manipulated as per required format to transmit over the network. So what happen here, when the format of need network that has been manipulated by this presentation layer. So the functions, I repeat once again here, the data from the application layer is extract, means application layer through this is extracting here and manipulate as per the required format of transmit over the network. So the functions of this presentation layers are translate, for example ASIAS CII to EBCDIC. So this is a some translation. Next one, encryption and decryption. Encryption and decryptions are what here, the data encryption 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 translate the data into another form or code. So it is a different types of code. For above example I said ASIIC, so it is a types of data encryption, so data cannot read easily. So the data encryption translate the data into another form or code. The encrypted data is also known as cipher text, cipher CHIPER, cipher text, and the decrypted data is also known as plain text. The key value is used to encrypting and as well as decrypting data. So it is the key value for both the encrypting and decrypting. So comparison reduce the number of bits and that is need to be translate on the network. So here reducing the number of bits in the comparison. So this regarding to the presentation layer. So finally last one is application layer. So in this application layer, what happens, at the very top of the OSI reference model stack of the layer, we find application layer which is implemented by the network applications. These application produce data which has to be transferred over the network. So whatever that data is coming, that is transferred from the networks. So this layer is also serve as the window for application service to access the network for displaying the received information to the user. So here, for example, to say browser, Skype, Messenger, Google Messenger. So these are the example for what? Application layer. So application layer in the sense of what? These applications are created by the written in the code. So that code will executing this processor in the CPU processor. After that, it will be executing this application layer. For example, when we are going to sending mail from one side to another side through the email, Gmail or Yahoo Mail. So these are the example for that applications. So here in the example, here application layer, we can see the number of human programs are displaying in the above X500, FT, AM, X400, X.400. So these all are the what? User or user human or programs. So that should be connected to the data message and application layer to presentation layer. So this data message is the what here? This is the application layer. So in this application layer, the user has been created the program in the sense of what? The browser. So after installing the browser, it will communicate while setup in the browser setup. When you are going to installing this browser, that time this program setup will execute in the system, then only it will display on the monitor. After displaying, we can access this browser through presentation layer, and only the network is connected. So this related to the application layer. So here, what are the functions come for this application layer? First one, network virtual terminal. Second one, FTAM, file transfer, access and management, mail service, directory service. So these all are the functions are done in the application layer. So here the summary of this what summary of this 7 layers here we can view. So in this we can see here, first of all I explain here the physical layer to transmit the bit over medium, to provide the mechanical and electrical specification. So this is the part of bit, transmitting the bit over the medium. So second one is data link layer here, to generate bit into frames to provide the hope to hope delivery. So what happened in the network layer, to move packet from source to destination to provide the inter networking. So next one, transport layer, to provide the reliable process to process message delivery and error recovery. So in the session layer, establish, manage and transmit session. So in the presentation layer, what happened, to translate, encrypt and compress data. And next one is application, to allow access to network resource. So these all are the what comes for in the summary of the 7 application layer. So this is one of the important in the computer network. So this may be asked for 10 marks question, to draw the OSI reference model and explain briefly. So next one, the TCP IP protocol suite. So the TCP IP protocol suite, it do not exactly match those in OSI reference model. So in the network model there are two types model. One is OSI reference model. So what happened here, in the network model there are two types model. Two model, one is OSI and second one is TCP IP. Means what here, transmission control internet protocol. So these are the two models where we are using in the network models. So next one is the TCP IP model. So in this TCP IP model, do not exactly match those in the OSI reference model. Means these both are the different types of models, but these both are using in the network models. So the original TCP IP protocol suite was defined as having 4 layers: host to network, internet, transport and application. So here we can see in the OSI reference model what happened, there are totally so 7 layers in OSI. So in TCP there are totally 4 layers. So here we can see the host to host network, internet, transport and application. However, the TCP IP is compared to OSI, we can say that the TCP IP protocol suite is mode of 5 layer: physical, data link, network, transport and application. So in this topic, in the TCP IP protocol, we are going to learn the physical data link layer, network layer, transport layer, application layer. So this is the diagram how these all are works in the TCP/IP and OSI reference model. So here one thing, remember the host to host network, internet, transport layer and the application layer. So these four are the having protocols in the only TCP/IP model. So this diagram we can see that the application layer, presentation layer, session layer, what are the contents of that. So here in the applications, SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol, FTP, file transfer protocol, HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol, DNS, domain name system, SNMP, Telenet. So these are all using in the application, presentation and session layer. So in the transport layer only these SCTP and TCP, UDP. TCP in the sense of what we see. So these all are we are going to learn in the next chapter. So these are the TCP in the transmission control protocol. UDP means user datagram protocol. So in the network layer, ICMP and IP, these all we are using in the network layer. In the data and link layer, the protocol defines underlying the network host to network. So in the next video I'm going I explained next video how the TCP/IP layers are worked. So these are the address in TCP/IP. So students, if you have any doubts, do one thing, note down the whatever you have the doubts and forward me in the groups if you have any doubts. Okay, so thank you. So I am going to stop here, and the TCP/IP one more model which is in the network model I will explain in the next video, and that link I will be forward to you all. Thank you.